Dude, I don't know what to say, man. Well, first of all, this is my first video on this channel. I did have another channel, but it got taken down. I might re-upload stuff from that channel, but I might not. Probably not until I could do... fuck. Hello. First video on this channel. I had another channel, but it was terminated. I didn't really do this kind of stuff on that other channel, but I feel like, oh, I still have this old channel that I haven't used in a while, so I might as well start making content on here that's a bit different than what I usually do. Because to be honest, I didn't really like the old content that I made. Anyway, I need sidetracked on Abigail. Holy fuck, man. Holy fucking fuck. Holy fucking shit, and a bucket of wombat shit that I gargle down my throat and ingest this movie, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you, the thoughts that I had when I was like, before I watched the movie, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a cheesy slasher film, full of tropes, and I did not think that it was gonna be a horror comedy. I didn't look up anything about it. All I saw was the trailers, and the trailers didn't really, like, tell me that, oh, this is a comedy. Oh, if you don't laugh, then I'm gonna shove a spike up your ass. But I was going into the theater thinking, oh, this is gonna be a cheesy slasher movie full of tropes, and like when the movie was starting, like at the start of the movie, I was thinking, oh, this is a cheesy slasher movie full of tropes. I'm seeing all the stereotypes, all the things that happen in every single fucking slasher movie. I'm gonna stop recording, but dude, this fucking movie, like, it's not often that I see a movie and I'm like, I want to own this shit on DVD when it comes to DVD. I want to waste my money and buy the DVD, and I probably will never watch it. Actually, for this movie, I probably might watch it again. It was so good, man. And to add to, you can see that, and to add to it, I forget. To add to it, it's a local theater. Saturday, middle of the day, and nobody else is watching it, Abigail, except for me, my friend, and my sibling. And also, my sibling doesn't watch that, and doesn't like horror stuff. Like when they found out that we were gonna see a horror movie, they were like, oh, I'm not really into horror. Then when they watched it, I don't know if it was because it was also a comedy, or if it's because of the memorable characters and the absolutely hilarious moments, and the fantastic production quality. Oh, I forgot. I don't know if it was like any like specific thing, but they really liked that movie, and I'm so glad that like that was the first horror movie that they watched. Like it's a great introduction to horror comedy, I guess. Yeah, horror comedy. Abigail was made by Radio Silence Productions, who also made Ready or Not, which is another amazing horror comedy. Although I might have a different opinion about it now. I haven't seen it in years. Oh yeah, this is blood. Really suits the mood for this. This is Mountain Dew's new flavor. I don't really know if it's that new anymore. Go to bed. It's new to me because I saw it at dollar store just today. Dude, I was like so surprised that like, I was so surprised on like what the movie turned out to be. Like, I was expecting like a cheesy slasher film. It's full of tropes. And at the start, it was showing like a bunch of these horror movie tropes, you know, like dead silence before a jump scare, and it has that a lot. I forgot. And it has like unimportant characters that we barely know anything about going into like rooms by themselves. Ooh. I'm going to edit that out because I feel like that might be a spoiler. Speaking of spoilers, I feel like this is like one of those movies that are like, if you say anything about anything in this movie, it's gonna be a spoiler. There's so much that happens. You see the trailer and you're like, oh, this is just gonna be like a vampire girl that kills everyone. But no, man, that's not really the case. That's not really the case. I mean, yeah, yes and no. I mean, if I'm any more specific, I'm gonna spoil what happens. But I don't, even like just, if I say anything about the movie or anything about what happens in it, it's gonna be a spoiler. It's like everything is important to like see for yourself, man. Oh yeah. And I don't know, man. It's just I had more to say and I forgot a lot of it. There was an actor that I recognized, Giancarlo Despacito. I know him from Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and I definitely know him from something else, but I forgot. And like the main character, Joey. So yeah. Well, I'm really just forgetting everything that I'm gonna say, aren't I? Giancarlo Esposito was not really in the movie a lot, but he was very good, man. He was very good. And like one of the characters did something that made it like a lot more like intense and a lot more cool and a lot more like, oh, I would hate to be in this world, but I would also love to be in this world because mine's boring as hell, man. It kind of gives that same, Beastars, if any of you know Beastars, gives that same feeling like, oh, I want to be in this world, but I don't want to be in this world because it's really shit, and it's probably actually shittier than our world. So, but I still want to be in it, because Wolf Handsome, I want to fuck it off. I'm like, yeah, it's, I don't really know what else to say about Abigail, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. It's an amazing movie, man. I really want people to watch it, because I swear, every time I watch a horror movie in the theater, I always discover something new. I've only watched 3 horror movies in the theater. The first one I watched in the theater was Escape Room Tournament of Champions, and then Stephen King's The Boogeyman, and then I forgot. I feel really fucking stupid for forgetting. It's Abigail. Number 3 is Abigail. It's like such a good fucking movie. Oh my gosh. I wish I could watch it again. I wish I could like look up like my favorite clips, but unfortunately my favorite clips aren't available on YouTube because they were like kind of unimportant clips that didn't really ask the story. They were like really funny clips. Like this isn't a spoiler. This isn't a spoiler, but my sibling laughed at a line that was honestly really funny. So I feel like this is a spoiler though. It's a minor spoiler, so this Disney Halloween Cup will be on the screen for the remainder of the minor spoilers, so you can scroll across the progress bar and see when this Disney Cup disappears, the minor spoiler is gone. So when they okay, it isn't a minor spoiler. It's not a big spoiler. It's like a medium spoiler. So while this is on screen, you'll hear the medium spoiler. When I'm done, it goes off screen. So okay, we fucking get it. Just get to the point. When they find out that Abigail is a vampire, they're coming up with ideas of like how to kill her, and someone like instructs Sammy to get some garlic, and she comes back with a bag of onions. And then Frank's like, Sammy, those are fucking onions. And just the way he says it, he's like, Sammy, those are fucking onions. It's within the context. And I'm just gonna be quoting that line a lot, with my friend and my sibling, because like, we're gonna get that. It was like the funniest line in the whole fucking movie. Although, actually, not the fun. I shouldn't like discredit all the other funny shit that happens. Yeah, there's oh. There is a lot of funny stuff that happens in the movie. It's so memorable. The characters are memorable. Frank is like one of those characters that you love because you hate. You know Jax from Digital Circus? Yeah, he's also one of those characters, except actually no, yeah, they're both those exact kind of characters, man. Characters you love because you hate them. They're supposed to be assholes. The thing is, Frank turns into the villain at the end, man. Holy shit, he turns into like a fucking vampire. Oh my fucking god, man. He turns into a fucking vampire, man. He becomes the main antagonist. Oh my god. It's just so cool. Like, the visuals are so cool. The visuals really add to everything, man. Like, oh my gosh. I'm not saying that like, it's the saving grace of the movie. The movie is amazing. Even if the visuals are shit, the movie is amazing. Even if the visuals were shit, the movie is amazing. The scripting is awesome. The characters are memorable. And Frank is my favorite character, man. My friend predicted that, Abigail was gonna spare Joey. And he was right. Yeah, he was right. But the thing is, when they found out that Abigail was a vampire, it's like her character like completely changed from like this little girl that loved Joey, and it changed from that to bloodthirsty vampire that'll kill everyone. And like then when they locked her in the cage, she was like, I'm gonna make.
When you leave, you let me go, and when you get to leave. Like,
it started off with, oh,
you get to leave. Oh, no, my office again. There was just gonna be one of you.
And so, like, I thought, like, for real, she was like, she didn't give a shit. She didn't care whether or not, Joey lived. What is this fucking words, man? I didn't really feel like she cared whether or not Joey lived, man. And so, like, it was a really big surprise that honestly kind of didn't make sense to me. And that like, she is on Joey's side now again. Really, she didn't really seem like she was that caring about whether Joey was alive, because she was willing to kill her, man. But then when Frank becomes the main antagonist, Abigail's like,
oh no, I'm a good guy now. Even though I killed all your friends, I possessed your friend and then to kill your other friend, and then I made you kill that friend. Because you thought that friend was evil, but it was really me possessing that friend.
oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Whoa, now that Frank's the antagonist, even though I killed everyone that you love, I'm on your side again, Joey, because you
Pinky promised me. Every time I do this or see this now, every time I do this now, I'm going to think of the movie. Like, holy shit, this is like, you can't really make a pinky promise a symbol of a movie when it's already a symbol for something else, man. Anyway, I forget everything else I was going to say about this movie, and I don't know if I'm going to remember later. I'm obviously not going to remember later because my brain hates me. So I'm just going to end it here. I give this movie 4.8 stars out of 5. It was awesome, man. Not a 5-star, man. You really got, well, they really did wow me, but you really gotta, like, yeah, it would have been 5 stars if it wasn't for that, like, cheesy start, like, full of tropes, just so they can, like, have a start to the movie before they actually did, like, original shit that's, like, really fucking good and new. I was not expecting this movie to be a comedy. I thought it was just gonna be, like, a slasher. I thought it was just gonna be a regular horror movie. I did not expect it to be a comedy, man, and it was just awesome, man. I really want people to watch it. I want to rate it 5 stars, but unfortunately, I honestly wasn't a fan of the start. Actually, I was a fan of the start, man. Like, we learned about the characters, and they were awesome, man. The characters were awesome. And even though it was full of tropes, it was still very enjoyable to watch because the characters made up for it. The production quality was awesome, man. And even though the dead silence before the jump scare is a trope, honestly, the jump scares don't really, like, make you go, they don't really make you go like that every time, man. They don't really make you go like that. Yeah,